home decorating class, right? Okay. Now,
they're called flow stones.
Are the ones that everybody really
drapes.
wants to know about. That's the one you've heard about all your lives. The stalactites.
Still in Pluto's anti-room.
All the formations on the ceiling up here, growing down the ceiling everywhere, are all referred to as
stalactites.
No matter what else they might be, okay? And the ones on the floor here are stalagmites. Now, Carlsbad, New Mexico, 50 years ago, I had a tour guide tell me, here's the way you remember the difference. Stalactites stick tight to the ceiling, right? You may have heard that before, right? Stalagmites just might someday make it to the ceiling. Okay, because they grow. And when they do make it, like that great big one right there, and the
water just dripped on me.
Then we call them a column. Okay? Now, the other kind of dripstone, you may have seen before if you've been in other caverns. We have some right here, and it's all of these little spikes here. These are actually known as soda straws. And they're
soda straws
because they're hollow. And some of them, like that one right there, can you see the little drop of water about to drip off of that?
Yeah.
Right? They're hollow. Water actually runs down the center of them like a soda straw. And when the water drips out of the tip, it leaves a little mineral deposit on the tip. And that's how they grow longer. Now they're very short here, 4, 5, 6 inches. And there's other parts of the cavern you may see them a little bit longer, you know. The reason is because if there's any air movement, that air starts pushing at that drop of water hanging on the tip, right? It'll start pushing at it, and eventually it'll put a little calcite over there, a little more over there, a little more, and eventually it starts closing it up because of the air movement. If you've got a cavern where there's absolutely no air movement, then they grow longer, like 5, 6, 7 feet, all right? Wow. Because then they can grow naturally. But because this cavern has always been open to the outside, except for that 5,000-year period when it caved in, right? Anyhow, okay, now.
We're going down another stretch of land here.
Hey, that's okay.
You okay, guys?
Yeah.
Okay. It's especially slippery here.
No, Papa, just slip a little bit.
Be careful.
Gotta walk slow.
You gotta consider, I'm too old to try to carry you out, okay?
I'm sorry, guys. There are no bats here. Yes, I was wrong. Paper. Oh, ceiling. Living fern. There's even plant life down here too. Well, watch it here, guys.
Okay.
Oh, this is neat.
Are you taking still pictures or is that a movie camera?
It's a movie camera.
Oh, good.
Is Coy short for anything?
No, that's my name.
Oh, okay.
I'm a junior. That happens to be my father's name also.
A lot of stalactites. The N-mites.
Yes?
You know, you said about 7 degrees and humidity, and we would really be feeling the difference. But we really can't say much about the temperature down here. You don't have a feel for it. And even if it did
really drops.
to 100 degrees upstairs, you're not going to get that.
No, that's true. That's true. But by the time we get to the end of the cavern, you tell me the same thing, okay? It's actually pretty comfortable now.
Yeah.
But by the time we get down to the other end, I think you'll start feeling the humidity a lot more.
Sherwood Forest.
You get and all that, Mike?
Yeah. Named after the.
This room is known as Sherwood Forest. He accurately read the little sign down here, right? We are 180 feet down.
Wow.
I told you we're going down 180 feet. This is as far down as we go, and that means now that the rest of the cavern that we go through is going to be working uphill, right?
Right.
This room is called Sherwood Forest because those 4 guys from St. Mary's thought that all of these formations out here kind of look like trees.
Right.
Because they're so tall and skinny. Even over here on the side, you got a section that kind of looks like maybe treetops or the canopy. And for those of you that didn't get a good look, and it's not a very good example upstairs, right here on this wall is the perfect example of way those curtains grow down the wall there. And that's why we call them curtains. That's kind of what they look like. The curtains right off your bathtub, right? Anyhow, these formations out here are so tall and skinny because the geologists tell us that there was a slow, constant drip of water from exactly the same place above, and I mean that word exactly, right, for thousands and thousands of years. Up there on the top, drip, drip, water dripping up there on the tip and putting its little deposit of calcite up there on the tip, and it just keeps stacking right on up, 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 and up. Now, we talked about 1 cubic inch every 100 years. This is a massive example of a long period of time, right? We have one formation right back here. We call it actually the totem pole. This one right here. It did make it all the way to the ceiling many thousands of years ago, okay?
It kind of looks.
And it became a column. It is 32 feet tall. And if you look at the top, you can tell that water no longer drips on the top. It has to run over the top. And because of that, it actually continues running down the sides and depositing all of its calcite along the sides now and making it grow fatter, which is what happens to all of us as we get older, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
A little thicker in the middle, like that, okay? Now, where are you guys from, by the way?
They're from Colorado.
Colorado?
We're from New Braunfels.
You from New Braunfels? And you?
Indiana.
Indiana. I spent a year up there, actually, in Bloomington. Yeah. Yeah, Uncle Sam paid my schooling for a year.
I'm from Aurora, actually. But it's close to Denver.
Texas actually, I don't know if you guys know that, Texas was actually, I had to think about where do I want to go with this, right? Texas was actually underwater at one time. Texas was the bottom of a very large sea. We're talking 120 million years ago about. During what is known, yes, yeah, and you know it had to be a long time ago, right? During what was known as the Cretaceous period. And I started there because if you look at the layers of limestone in the rooms upstairs, the rooms down here, and everything, you see all these layers on the walls, and all the rooms that we go through, you'll see more and more layers. As a matter of fact, you drive around Texas, and you'll see where they cut the highway through the hills, and you see layers and layers, and a lot of other states too. And you'll see all of those layers. Limestone was created at the bottom of a large body of water, somehow, somewhere. Okay, so in Texas, it was a large sea, and all the silt and the sediment settled on the bottom of the sea, and it eventually hardened.
This is Purgatory Creek down here. Possibly the deepest part of the cavern. It's very dark down there. Can't see much. Oh, still following Coy here. Yeah, he's pointing to it.
I keep getting water.
You got dripped on?
Oh yeah, a lot.
This, we call this Purgatory Creek. That is not running water. That is naturally occurring still water. But if you look at all of the formations down below us, there's a lot of water dripping on these formations, and all of that water runs down the hill and collects in the bottom there. So that's why there's a little bit of water. And as a matter of fact, if you can see in the beam of my light right there, water's almost dripping on your head, right?
Almost. Okay. Okay, it's getting a little lighter here.
Yes. Uh-huh. Right here. Here's a good one right here, see?
Ooh, really tall stalagmite.
And down there, right? Those are smaller ones?
Yeah, these, same thing, right? You notice they're all wet, water dripping on them, and then it runs down the hill. There's one down there, and actually way back on the other side, again, there's more right over there where we just left.
It's hard to see.
There's a big pile right there, see that?
Wow. Okay.